The average lifespan for the Alaskan Malamute is 10 to 12 years. The average weight for a male, 85 pounds, for a female, 75 pounds. Some of the health concerns for the Malamute are canine hip dysplasia, cataracts, hypothyroidism, and chondrodysplasia. They have a large body as well as a large and broad head, and their tail tends to carry over their back. Malamutes tend to be very friendly and affectionate towards humans, and their body type is more for strength rather than speed. So I'm here with Michelle and Panda. Michelle volunteers at the North Sled Rescue Organization. They rescue Alaskan Malamutes, Siberian Huskies, and other mixes of the northern breeds. So she's here to help us learn a little bit about the Alaskan Malamute breed. So the first question I have is for the Alaskan Malamutes. What behaviors are Alaskan Malamutes known to show that are specific to the breed? Any thoughts on?
First and foremost, the Alaskan Malamute is a working dog. And they are unlike the Huskies in that they were not predominantly sled pullers. They were haulers of whatever the native people, I think, I would get the tribe wrong if I said it. The Alaskan native people would haul the seals and other hunting heavy loads off the ice. They would use these dogs to do that. They're very front-loaded in terms of body type. They have a huge, deep chest with a very muscular front body, and they're extremely strong for, long distances. However, they're not sprinters like the Huskies. They're not good at running for miles and miles and miles like the Huskies. So predominantly they're working dogs, and they like to have a job to do. They get very bored if they're just in the backyard or staying at home all by themselves all day long. So they need lots of interaction, which is unlike most dogs. And let's see, what else can I say about them? They're very cat-like in behavior. The Malamutes are typically more sedate than the Huskies. They're not as hyperactive, and they have less stamina than the Huskies.
Do you think that their current role as a breed, they are still a working breed?
Not here in California that I'm aware of, unless you are a member of a sled or kart racing type of organization. They are still used for mostly recreational sled pulling up in the snow or kart racing on land, but I have not done that with this dog or my previous Malamute. In terms of them being a working dog, I know in World War II they were used to haul, like they were originally bred to be haulers up in Alaska. They were very much utilized in World War II for that purpose of hauling equipment and supplies.
For them as a breed, what are some recommended lifestyles and what do they need to do, like to do well in a home, or?
They don't do well in a hot climate, so I think it's a relief to have them here in the East Bay near the ocean where you get cooler climates. If you go over towards Walnut Creek, it gets triple digits. They have a really hard time living over there because they can't tolerate heat as well as most dogs. They have 2 layers of fur, an inner layer and an outer layer, which protects them both from the heat and the cold and the wind. But at the same time, the only way they have to cool down is through panting like that, and they don't tolerate heat well. That being said, I'm sure they love the snow. Panda and I have not been to the snow yet. I've been to the snow with another northern breed, and he would not get off the snowdrift. He just like planted himself there even when I was walking away calling him with treats in my hand. So I know they love the cold climate and cold places. They're mostly comfortable in cold places. And when I had a previous Malamute, I was up in Oregon, and we spent a couple nights sleeping out on the beach, and I used her, she was about the same size, as a wind block. So they're great dogs to have for survival. They will keep you warm if you're out and about without a coat, blanket, a rain jacket, a wind block.
For someone thinking to adopt a Malamute, what are some recommended experience of that potential adopter? Do they need to have some knowledge of what they're thinking of getting into, or?
Absolutely. I don't recommend Malamutes or Huskies for first-time dog owners. I would recommend people start out with a slightly easier dog like a golden retriever or a lab or something smaller. Obviously, you don't want to bring a dog like this into a home that has small children because these dogs can be kind of mouthy and very stubborn. And he will tell you when he's upset about something. He'll either do this kind of low grumble or growl. And if a child doesn't pay attention to that and continues to bother the dog and whatever they're doing, the dog could bite that person. So I don't recommend Malamutes for homes with small children, and our rescue group, Northside, does not let our dogs go out to homes with small children, even the Huskies. So they're very prey-driven dogs. If he sees a lizard or a squirrel or a bird or a snake, pounce on it, and very good hunters that way. So I would recommend, if somebody wanted to adopt a dog, to start out with not a northern breed. Northern breeds are not for everybody. They're very they need a lot of attention, a lot of exercise, and a lot of training if you're going to live a happy life with them.
Now we can talk about Northsled a little bit, and
Sure.
what the organization is all about and what they do for the breed and other northern breeds.
Sure. Panda was rescued from the Berkeley Animal Shelter a couple months ago by Gail DeRita, who is our volunteer adoptions coordinator, and myself. He was on the put to sleep list, so we went in there and got him a couple months ago, and I've been with him for about a month. And that's the type of work that Norsled does, NORSLED.org, if you want to look into our website and get more information about that. We are a completely non-profit organization, 501c3. All and any donations that anyone would give to us are totally tax deductible and write-offs. We have our main goal of the group is to rescue, rehabilitate, foster, and ultimately rehome dogs that either have been abandoned, abused, or are on put to sleep lists in shelters. Right now our group has about 40 dogs. They're all either Huskies, mostly Huskies, or Husky mixes in various different foster homes, and Kennel. Our main kennel is out in Concord. Our group doesn't have a physical location. We're all volunteers. There's no paid members. So most of the members have full-time jobs, and this is something we try to do as much as we can in our free time for the dogs. We have adoption fairs once a week on Saturdays from 11 to 2, and the northern breed huskies and malamutes. We also rescue Samoyeds and mixes of those northern breed dogs. Good boy, Panda.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for answering these questions and talking to me about the breed.